And a one, and two, and a 1, 2, 3. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode in the woods. It's your boy, be motherfucking Cuban, back at again with another video. I got a special guest, but before I introduce my guest, I have to pour my drink. Shout out to Buffalo Trace, one of my favorite whiskeys. I like whiskey. That's why I hit you up, see what you like, cause and then I got yesterday. I was like, fuck, I didn't hit you up and see what your boy would like, cause I was like, well, if he doesn't like whiskey, then he's gonna have to drink whiskey. But I got Trinity in the house, man. Young tattoo artist. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Just get closer to the mic, yeah, cause
right.
that mic sucks. I should have moved it to that one.
It's all
but
good.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
It's gonna be better. I'm gonna get tatted today, so I'm excited. So Trinity, just to explain to you what in the woods is. It's my apartment. I've been living here for like 20 years, so they call me the OG of the woods because I've been living. Everybody that I grew up with, they're gone. They don't live here no more. I'm the only one here.
Yeah.
So this is my hood. This is what I grew up. This is who made me. The woods is. If you would text me, hey, B, where you at? I'm in the woods. That's the woods. So when you come in here, you're part of the woods now. So
Cool.
that's the woods. Me and my homie Mariam started a podcast to get people that have talent in here, because I don't know, because you're from Pomona, right?
Yeah.
So you grew up in Pomona?
Well, I was born in Whittier, and then I grew up there for a bit, and then I moved to Ontario, and
Okay.
my life Ontario.
Is Pomona part of the IE or is LA County?
That's technically LA County, but I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like borderline.
But so we just gonna, because we wanted, because all right, so because we talk about music a lot here, because I went through some shit when I was younger, and music was the only escape that I had. Like, that was like the only escape that I got. It was music. Yeah. So me and my boy Mario makes music. If you want to pour your drink up, you could go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
So I was like, me. And we always say, the Bay Area got talent, LA got talent, but the IE. Really, nobody really wants to talk about the IE, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, they just want to talk about that we fucking hoodlums and all this shit, right? Literally. So I was like, we wanna bring people in to show that the IE, have talent. That IE has people that does good things for the community, not just bad things. So that's what that's what the podcast was made for. Yeah. So crazy story is, I told you earlier, one of my friends at work, because I was telling her that I needed more females in the podcast. I was like, I need more females because there's a cockfest in here. There's all dudes in here. Like, and I'm like, dude, like, I need more. Everybody's like, you need more females in there to get the female point of view. And I'm like, yeah, like, yeah, but like, and it was, oh, you're not doing it because your wife. I was like, no, it's not that. Like, like, I just don't know who to get. I don't. Yeah. So I had a couple. Like, I had like, I think 3, 4 females in here, like, and I was like, man, yeah. So I was like, I was looking through my videos, and I was like, excuse me, I was like, I do need more females. I need more talent, more. So I was like, man. So my homegirl was like, oh, I thought she said, I'll get my homegirl in here, and she's a tattoo artist, and she showed me her TikTok. I was all for sure. So I'm like, I follow you on TikTok. Then I seen your Instagram, and I was like, I'm gonna hit her up. And I was like, so I never in 1,000 years I would think that you would hit me back up, right? Like, oh, for sure, let's do it. Yeah. Because like most people look like, when I hit them up, they say yeah, but when it comes down to it, they don't show up. I'm like, fuck, like, yeah. So like, I'm like, and I was telling I shot a podcast on Thursday, and I telling the people that he was like, thank you guys for showing up, because like, like I don't have like people showing up, and like doing a podcast by yourself is kind of strange, and you're like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, it was a little intimidating. I made that TikTok like 2 months ago, and I had no clue that it was gonna blow up like how it did. And so I was really excited to come here and like get this opportunity, because like I'm always looking for ways to grow and to like make my little business a little bigger.
Yeah, but cheers to that. To a great podcast and a great tattoo I'm gonna get. So cheers to that. I got fucked up on Thursday because I was chugging that shit down like it was water. But so let's just get to know you. Your name is Trinity. Mm-hmm. You live in Pomona right now? That's where you stay at, or?
I stay in Ontario, but work in Pomona.
Oh, okay. So it's Ontario's IE still, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so you part of the IE. Okay, cool. But so you work in Pomona. You work at a shop, or you work on your own?
So I work in a private studio, so right now it's just like me and the owner, but we're looking to open a shop together.
Okay. So how did you get into tattooing?
I've always been into art. Like, I've always been into drawing. I was never the type to like really like focus on my schoolwork. I was just always drawing, you know. I think it was part of like the ADHD in me. But yeah, growing up, like I used to watch my mom get tattooed. She's like almost fully covered.
Oh, nice.
The artist that did her tattoos like was kind enough to let me go and watch, and when I was like 10 or 11 I would watch her getting tattooed, and I was like, that's so cool that you could put art on somebody forever. And like there's just so many people that get to sorry.
No, you good.
I got nervous.
No, you good. No, so I always would like to draw. I mean, I want to draw. I can't. Like, if you tell me to draw a fucking fish stick, a little fucking stick figure, can't do it. Like, I'm like, fuck. I was like, I can't draw for shit.
Yeah.
So like, I like to watch Ink Master.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there like, I'm like, man, I wish I could draw. Like, I grew up with Samoans, and they could sing, right? So I'm like, man. So I'm in the corner just in my head, like, oh, Abraham, I'm good. I can't sing.
Yeah.
Then I have a bunch of homies that are artists, like graffiti artists, just regular artists, and I'm like, God, like, what the fuck? Where's my talent? You know, well, this is my talent right here. And I was like, but I want to draw, I want to sing, I want to play an instrument, but I can't. Like, I don't know. I mean, I probably could practice, and I could. So I'll show you a picture right now because I was getting my logo done. So the guy, I was like, he sent me a picture, and I'm like, man, that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm like, let me draw what I want, and then this is what I drew. So this is like palm trees, and that's me. Like, so I was like, you know what I mean? This is what I want, and so I always admire people that can draw.
Yeah.
And like, I'm always like trying to find somebody, because like before this, I used to have another YouTube channel with my homie. We used to vape, and we wanted a logo, and we're like, who? Then when me and my other homie started with this podcast, we wanted a drawing of us, and I'm like, let's find somebody. Nobody. And I'm like, fuck, like now I really want it. But you got into it because you was around that, right?
Yeah, just like watching my mom getting tattooed, and like realizing that like every tattoo is so unique, and like people just get so creative with like finding the deepest meanings with them. And I was like, I want to be able to do that. And so like I asked that artist, like, how do you even get an apprenticeship? Like, how does it work? And it just sounded really difficult, but it was always my dream job. And then like just growing up, like having teachers and my parents and my family like tell me like, that's not a real job, like you need to go to college and you need to do this and that. So I ended up graduating high school, and I was doing like full-time college, and I was also working like a friggin' stupid warehouse job, saving up hella money, and like for when I moved out and stuff. And I was like, man, like, fuck this. Like, I do not I'm not happy with my life right now. Yeah. And so I started researching, like, more and more about tattooing and just learning more and more about the culture. I reached out to different tattoo artists on Instagram who were kind enough to, like, give me some advice and just put me on game, you know? And from there, like, I quit my warehouse job. I dropped out of college, and I didn't tell my parents.
There you go.
And I just went all out. I started tattooing like on my friends in my room, and I tattooed in my bedroom for like 4 months. And then the owner of the private studio that I work at now reached out to me and said that one of my other friends had vouched for me to work over there. Okay. So I was really, really fortunate to get into that tattoo studio, and I've been there since. Yeah. So how does the apprenticeship work? Like, how does that like? And because like I said, I watched my Ink Masters, and like they would say I'm a apprenticeship and shit. I was like, so there's a tattoo shop literally across the street right here. Yeah. That's why I used to like. I got this tattoo there. I got my I got the little thing it's called a moto in the back. Then I got a jiu-jitsu belt on my other. So that's where I got it, right? So and then this girl was in there, and she was like, yeah, I'm an apprentice, and I'm like, so what do you do? And she was like, nothing. And I was like, what do you mean you don't do nothing? She's like, well, I just watch them do tattoos. Sometimes I draw for them. And I'm like, yeah. So that's how you get your like your license, I guess. Yeah, no. So apprenticeships, like they're a totally good route for people who have built up a portfolio and who want to go like all out just like take a year and a half to like just sit there and learn from other artists. But for me, like I was a little like impulsive, and I kind of just like full-fledged went all out, did my own research. I'm self-taught, you know, other than like a couple other artists who have like just shot me game, like put me on a couple things. Shout out to Ray, my homie Jerry.
Shout out to them.
So other than that, like I'm pretty much all self-taught, because just learning about how an apprenticeship works, like it was always the way I'd seen it was like, you're the shop bitch, you know?
Yeah. That's when I was like, when she told me, I was just like, okay, so you and I didn't want to say it. I was you, bitch. All right, cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of like cleaning the shop and just like earning your respect and like working your way up. But like, it's a really cool way to go. Like if you're willing to spend the year and a half, sometimes 2 years, you know, just building yourself up. And it's a really good way to build your portfolio. And like the things that they're going to teach you in the beginning is, you know, just the basic stuff. You know, for me, it's like, now that I have a mentor, just learning that I do still have a couple bad habits that I need to kind of like get out of and get rid of. But he's been like guiding me on the right path and everything. Okay. And
that's
you know,
good.
It's
that's
just
good.
simple stuff, you know?
Yeah. So like, my first tattoo, I'm gonna talk about it, but I have a little segment called story time. So I've been bugging my mom for like, I was for like probably like 13. I was like, all my uncles have tattoos, my mom has tattoos, my brother got tattoos, all my family got tattoos. Like you said, you know, you grew up with people getting tattoos. So I was like, Mom, one of my cousins was like 16 and had a tattoo. So I was like, Mom, let me get a tattoo. She was like, no, like, I mean, fuck. So one day I think I was 17. She hit me up. I was getting out of school, and she's like, hey, get home now, because we're going to my friend's house. I was like, I'm not trying to go. And that's like literally I just met my wife. So I'm like, I'm trying to go with my shorty. Like, I'm trying to go, you know, do some shit. And then she's like, no, I need you to come home now.
Yeah. I
was like, come on, Mom, you're killing my game. I'm trying to talk to this girl. And she's like, I don't care what you're trying to do. Come home. So I was like, man, fuck. So I told her, I was like, man, I'm going home. And she was like, all right, cool. So I came home, and I was like, what's up? So yo, we going to my friend's house. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to go. I was already mad, you know. And she was like, no, we're going. I said, I don't want to go. And she's like, no, you're going. Yeah. So we take off, and we're in San Bernardino. And we in like this area, like bad area. And I'm like, I don't even remember you having a friend over here. And it was already kind of dark already. So we pull up, and it's like literally there's a house here and an empty field over here. So I was like, man, what the fuck is going on over here? And then this big ass cholo guy comes out.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I looked at my mom and said, I didn't know you had cholo friends. Like, who's this? Yeah. But I at the time with my mom's girlfriend, I was like, oh, maybe that's her friend. And why am I here? I'm like, in my head, I'm acting all tough. Like, what the fuck? Why am I here? So the guy opens his garage. He has this whole setup. And I'm like, oh, shit. I said, what we going to do? And she was like, oh, you getting tatted today? I said, oh, shit. And that's when I was like, man. And I gave her a hug. And I was like, hell yeah. But then I got nervous. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, and then my mom got tattooed that day. And my mom's girlfriend got tattooed. So I was like, no, you guys go first. I'll go last. Yeah. And I'm saying my tattoo's bigger, so it's gonna take longer. So you guys go. And she goes like, no, son. And the guy's, all right, I'm done. Go shave your leg, because I got my Cuban cigar that looks like Castro's penis. You know who Castro is? Castro is was the dictator of Cuba.
Oh wow.
So he passed. Good thing he passed. But I make fun of it because it does look like a dick. So I was like, I got Castro's penis tattooed on me. So So I went in, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get tattooed. And like, I'm texting my homies, oh yeah, I'm getting tattooed. And I shaved my leg. And then I said, I was laid down, and I put my leg out there. And then the guy goes, you ready? I said, hell yeah. And he hit me. And I was like, wait. Put my headphones on, because I didn't want to hear the machine. Yeah. So I was like, I put my headphones on, and then when he hit me, I was like, wait, that's it? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, what the? Took the headphones, and he started going. Yeah. The only thing that really hurt was he was going in with the white. And I was like, man, what the fuck? Like, that hurts.
Yeah,
so
people always say that's like the worst part. It's. I think it's more like just the anticipation that's built, because it's like the last thing that you do. Yeah, so people always say that's the worst part.
So I was like, oh man. And after that, I got addicted to it. It's like I hit the fucking coke line or something. And I just like, Mom, let me get another tattoo. And she's like, well, you have to pay for yourself. And I'm like, all right, so I'm over here slanging, doing whatever I have to do to get money. So what was your first tattoo?
My first one was actually, I got Little Bro on the back of my arm.
That's cool.
Yeah, my sister has Big Bro in the same place. She calls me her little brother, and I call her my big brother.
Okay. It's just you two?
Yeah, it's just us two. Okay. Yeah, that was my first one, and then these are my most recent.
Those are sick, man. Like I said, like when I seen, I was like, man, I want those, but it's not gonna work because I'm getting my back done and it's coming back to my shoulder. Yeah. But I have more questions for you. I wrote it down because I will forget. How long you been tattooing?
So I've been tattooing for about 9 months now.
And then before we move on, when you didn't do an apprenticeship, right? That's what you're saying. Okay, because I was like, but I want to get a tattoo gun. And my wife was like, why? And I said, just because it looks cool. Like I just want to do it. Yeah. I know I can't draw, so maybe I could put like hi every time somebody comes tattooed, And but I want to get my own tattoo gun because like TikTok got me hooked on because I seen everybody on TikTok buying their own tattoo gun. My sister-in-law actually got a tattoo gun and she was like, it's cool. You get pig skin and you like tattooing. And I'm like, I want one, but then I was like, no, because I'm gonna be dumb and I'm gonna just be like hitting me and shit.
You could use my machine. You could do your first tattoo on me.
No way.
Yeah.
For real? But fuck, I got nervous. Oh shit, for real.
I'm gonna tell you what to do though, and like as long as I would say if you want to get your own machine, like as long as safety is the number one rule, just making sure that everything is sterile, everything is you don't want to mess with cross contamination. I got my bloodborne, guys. I got my license. Like we're good. We're gonna be safe about it.
Okay.
I got some gloves.
Wait, hold on. You had to get a license to be a tattoo artist?
Yeah, I got my license pretty recently, like 2 weeks ago. I got it.
Man, so you was tattooing dirty.
Listen. In order to get licensed, you have to get licensed through a shop. Or at least that's what I was told. So you
know how, but barbers are doing that now. I don't know if you. So now you don't have to like go to barber school. You go work for a shop, and that barber will sign your hours. Oh. Like the owner was, and I was like, cause I think I do it. I'm trying to dabble in everything. So like I cut hair.
Yeah.
I fucking mix a little bit of music, but I'm not good.
Braids too? Or no?
No, my wife does that. Yeah. But I always tell people that I do my braids, and then they're like, oh, and then when my wife comes around, she's like, oh, Abraham does cool braids, and she's like, what the fuck, like. I mean, I can braid, but I can't do my hair. I can braid your hair, but I can't braid my hair. So, but I dabble on everything. So I was like, why not dabble on fucking tattooing? Like I just, Yeah. But I mean, if you let me, let's do it.
I mean, as long as like I said, like as long as you're.
But okay, so
fucking go for it.
Can you go in like? Because the thing that scares me, and I'll tell you a story right now, that like. Going too deep.
Yeah. That's something that I learned like day one. Like my day one lesson was just
because I don't want to hurt you. That's the thing. Like shit, I'm tatted up. No, but I don't because that's why I'm because all right, let me hit that button again. Story time. So when I got this tattoo right here, this is a family tattoo. Supposedly means family. I don't know if it really means family. But
it says chicken soup.
So the tattoo artist came to my house and he and my mom and my brother and my mom's girlfriend, and I was last because his machine broke. In the middle of my tattoo, it broke. Oh shit! But good thing it broke because sorry if you guys don't watch the podcast, this beer makes me burp. But I was like this, watching it, and the tattoo artist goes, if I hit your vein, you die. And I said, what? Yo, I got so nervous, almost passed out. I was like, really? She was like, hold on. I backed up. I was like, hold on. For real? She was like, yeah. But he was fucking with me. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, so I got up and I was like, dude, I feel lightheaded. I feel like I'm about to pass out. Hold on. So I went in the bathroom, threw some water on myself. And I was like, fuck, like. And he was like, I'm fucking with you, bro. So I was like, oh. So I was like, all right, cool. So he goes back and starts tattooing me, and the tattoo gun breaks. So he has to go back home, get another one, and come back. So I was like, good thing, because I was like scared. I was like, this fool try, and then I was like, man, you don't ever.
I was about to fact check him right now. I was about to say, you would not die.
No, but he was like, I'm fucking with you, because I was like, I was in there like, and then when he said that, I started seeing the needle going like slowly, like. Yeah. And then I just got panicked, and I was like, oh shit, like I'm gonna die if he really hits because my fucking like my brain is right there. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna die. But like that fool was like, nah, I won't, like nothing will happen. I was like, fuck, I was so scared. But yeah, I don't want to hurt you. That's what the other thing. So you've been tattooing 9 years.
9 months.
Oh, nine. What the fuck? 9 months. The liquor's already hidden. So in those 9 months, have you had like a bad customer?
Yeah.
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 Because every time I see not TikTok, Ink Master.
Yeah.
You get those ones.
That's so. I feel like that's so Hollywood. Like every client they get on Ink Master like has an issue. Like one of them has to go to the paramedics. One of them's passing out. The other one's screaming in pain. Like,
yeah.
I haven't really had like those types of situations. There was a couple times like people were like getting dizzy spells about to pass out, but I've never had somebody like full blown like pass out.
I passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, shout out to my boy Crims. So he like my chest piece is meant for my grandma. Mm-hmm. So it's tribal too. So my chest piece is a family piece. So he hit me up and I told him, this is what I want. Mm-hmm. So he's all right for sure. So he hit me up like early in the morning. He's like, hey bro, I got your design, come and check it out. Mm-hmm. He never told me he was gonna tattoo me. So I was all right for sure. So I go to his house, we're talking, and I see him getting ready, and I'm like, what's going on? And he was like, oh, I'm gonna hit you up. And I was like, oh, bro, I don't have the money. I don't have nothing. Mm-hmm. He's like, no, don't worry about it. You said, bring it to me after. Yeah. I said, I took my shirt off. I was like, hell yeah. He's hitting me up. I didn't eat anything early in the morning, so I didn't eat anything. So he's hitting me up, and then like I'm recording because I have that video, but it was crazy because I said, I should have never. I said, hold on, and I pressed the button. I came back. And I passed out after that.
Oh, shit.
And then, like, I just remember him. I just felt a punch. He punched me, and I came back, and I was like, oh, what happened? He's like, bro, you passed out. I'm like, what? Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, you all right? Does it hurt? I said, no.
Yeah.
He goes, like, did you eat? And he was like, I was like, nah, bro. Like, I didn't know I was getting tatted. Mm-hmm. So then he gave me some cheese and some crackers.
Yeah.
He finished the whole thing, and he's like, bro, excuse me. Why you? I was like, bro, I don't know. He's like, how your blood sugar or your blood pressure went down?
Yeah.
And I was like, shit. So then he started hitting my back, and he was like, did you eat today? I was like, yeah, bro, because I knew I'm coming to get a tattoo. Yeah. You told me come and check your design at first, but that's the only time I passed out. Like,
yeah.
I guess I don't know. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. Like I was sitting there, it hurt around my nipple, but that's like not hurt, but it was just more like a weird feeling, and I was like, oh shit, but.
Yeah. That's like the number one mistake that people make is they don't eat. Like I would say just make sure that like eat a full meal before, stay really, really hydrated the night before. That's gonna help like the artist, and it's gonna help you, like I feel like especially moisturizing, like I know a lot of people who work like construction jobs or like dishwasher and they their skin gets really dry, especially men. Like I feel like a lot of men like don't take care of their skin, which I mean, I guess it makes sense, but
unless like you really feminine, like I don't like. My wife was like, "You need to wash your face," and I'm like, "For what? What I need to wash my face for? I go in the shower, the water hits me, I'm good." It's like, "No, you have to scrub," and no. And then she buy me like a face mask, and I was like, "No, I'm not doing none of that." Like,
yeah,
but
I would just say
it makes sense now. Yeah. So next time I get a tattoo on my face, I'm gonna do all that shit.
Yeah, before you come to your tattoo appointment, just a couple days before, just put unscented lotion like wherever you're about to get tattooed, and that's gonna help like. Keep your skin moisturized and keep it smooth, and it's gonna help. It's gonna be a lot easier for us to tattoo, and then for you to get tattooed, it's gonna be a little less painful.
So you, like I said, you had a bad customer? Like he did not like your tattoo or what? He was like, this shit is ugly. What the fuck? Like, I didn't ask for it. You gave me a bird and asked for a cow.
No. Like I've never really had somebody who like didn't like how their tattoo came out, but I've had someone who like she came to get her like tatted, she came to get her pussy tatted, right? Okay.
You did that? No, man. You should see one of the podcasts in here. We're talking about some bullshit. I'm hoping it doesn't go down, but so and that was my next question.
Yeah, no.
But okay.
So she came to get her baby daddy's name like right above her, So
that's okay. Well, shout out to her.
So I'm like I put on the stencil or whatever, and I asked her like, oh, check it out in the mirror, let me know if you like it or you want me to move it around, you like the size, whatever. And so she's like, no, I like it. And so I'm like, okay, so it's gonna be a pretty quick tattoo, but just know like it's a super, super sensitive, painful area. Like, if you need to take breaks, just let me know and I'll stop right away, whatever. And I'm like trying to prep her, right? And then she's like, yeah, no, you're good. Let's just go for it. And so like I start tattooing her, and it seems like the pain didn't even faze her. And I was like, wow, she's doing great. And then she starts talking about her baby dad, and she's like, yeah, and that fool's in jail right now because, like, he put his hands on me, so I had to call the cops, you know, and, like, it's, like, fuck him, but, like, at the same time, like, I love him, and I just want to show my love for him, you know, and she's, like, pointing to her tattoo, and I'm just like, oh, my God, like, this girl is crazy.
Wow.
I'm really tatting her baby daddy's name, like, and she's, like, over here, like, put him in jail and shit.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And, like, I was like, bro, like, are you okay? Like, and I was like, I really hope she don't see this, because I would feel so bad, but, like, but she was so sweet. She was so sweet, but, like, the whole time she was talking shit about her baby daddy while she was getting his name tatted. And then she was like, he just always gets so mad at me because I have my ex's name tatted on me 2 times and I don't even have his name. And I'm just like, bro, like
that's crazy. All right, so I'm going to stop you there because this camera's only recorded for 30 minutes. So we have to take a break. If you need to take a bathroom break, anything, you can right now.
All right, cool.
All right, we are back. But we're talking about you tattooing somebody's pussy.
Yeah.
Is that the worst spot that you tattoo so far?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Honestly, I hate doing behind the ears. Honestly.
Do you tell, like, when say like I hit you up and say, hey Trinity, I'm trying to get my butthole tatted. Mm-hmm. You know, you're gonna be like, do you tell them like make sure it's washed, or you don't say that?
Well, yeah, I told her, like, can you come, like, pre-shaved, you know, like, things like that, because obviously I'm not going to shave nobody's pussy, like.
Yeah, but that's not telling them, like, shower, you know what I'm saying? What if she came in a shit stink, like?
Dude, there was one girl who came in, she got, like, a mandala, like, in between her boobs, and just, like, you could smell her as soon as she walked in, and I was like, bro, like, shower, please, like, please shower before you come. And then I almost wanted to post, like, please just be hygienic and, like, considerate of other people.
I would.
Yeah.
Like, I would, like, if I was a tattoo artist, make sure you come in clean. If you're stinky, you're not, I'm gonna send you back home and we're gonna have to reschedule your appointment. But, yeah, no, like, I'm just, me, myself, I'm picturing, like, somebody hits me and say, hey, if I was a tattoo, it'd be, like, I'm trying to get, you know, my pussy tatted. And I'm like, all right. And I open her legs and then just fucking, I'm like, ooh, like.
All I gotta say is masks come in clutch. Like, COVID masks, I, like, blame everything on COVID. I'm just like, I'm gonna wear a mask, you know, blah, blah, blah. And, I mean, it's always good to have a mask on anyways.
Yeah.
Like, just in case, like, you know, ink splashes or whatever.
Yeah, but I think you should, but, like, make sure you fucking shower. Because imagine, like.
I feel bad telling people that, honestly. Like, I almost made a post after that one girl came and was like, please just, like, make sure that you come, like washed and like just ready to, like, you know, obviously people sweat during a tattoo and I get that, but like it's another thing to be like stinking before you even get there and shit. Like,
but see, I used to do MMA, like I used to fight, and my coach that was his rule, like if you don't shower and if you stink, you're not training today.
Yeah.
Like, cause man, like, I mean, we all like doing jiu-jitsu and we're rolling with each other, you know, and it's like sometimes you get in a position like when somebody's ass is right here, and you look. Why is he calling me right now? Hold on. Okay. Yo. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, bro. Let me call you back. I'm doing a podcast.
Okay. My bad.
All right. That's my boy Juan. Shout out to my boy Juan. Yeah, no. So he's like, I have a story where we're doing jiu-jitsu and like this dude, like he had me in an armbar, but he was sitting on me. And his ass was in, like, I'm literally like I'm like this. So I'm like, fuck, and I tap out. But he doesn't even have like an armbar. The armbar's not even in there. I tap out. And he's like, why you tap out for? I was like, bro, you stink. And my coach was like, why? I was like, dude, like, he stinks. Like, he like literally just took a shit, didn't wipe or nothing. Like, and then my coach was like, what the fuck? Like, I said, yo, I'm not rolling with you no more, man. Like, you stink. Like, for real. It's like, I almost threw up. So that's when my coach was like, man, you don't read the sign in the front? So I never read the sign. So when I go outside, I was like, bro, you didn't read this shit? Like, it's like big. And then he was like, oh, my bad, bro. Like, I was running late. I'll leave you some wipes, you know? Like, but that shit stink. And I was like, man, I came home, I told my mom and my wife, and my mom was dying. He's like, you should go home, you should wash yourself with some chlorine or something. And my wife's like, you might have pink eye. And I was like, I might have pink eye, because that shit was, like, I was like, never again. Like, in one of that situation, ever I see somebody's ass in my face, I just tap out.
Yeah.
He said, why? I was like, because let's just do another position, like, get the arm bar, like, right here, but not right here, because, like, I hate it. But you said that tattoo your word, like you don't like tattooing behind the ear.
Yeah, that's not
Why?
a preferred spot. Because.
But you just told me right now, like, oh, let's get him back in your ear.
Yeah, but okay, let me tell you why. Like, if you want me to be like, keep it a stack, like, bigger people, especially like bigger breasted women and stuff, like when they're laying down and the position that they have to be in on their side and everything, their shoulder kind of will get in the way, or like, you know, it's kind of hard to reach back there, and especially just like on people's hairline too. It's like I can shave their baby hair, but it's like if their baby hair is so thick to the point to where like it's gonna grow back out and cover the tattoo, like sometimes I'll have to tell people like, hey, that's probably not a good spot just because the area is so small behind the ear. But some people, like, they have a good amount of room back there, and it's perfect. But
I actually want to get tatted back there, but my wife don't want me to.
No.
But I have my I'm gonna have a baby in November.
Oh wow!
So
Congrats.
thank you. So I think I'm gonna get her like birthday tatted on right here.
That's awesome.
Cause I seen one of my homegirls do it, so I'm gonna copy her. So I don't give a fuck. But I don't like if I was your color, I would have so much color in my skin.
Dude, you could still have a lot of color
No.
in your skin. Yes.
Do you see any color in my cigar?
No, but you should.
There's color in there.
Really?
Yeah. So that's why I don't get color, because like especially in the summer I get dark as shit. So like I told my wife, I was like, man, if I was like your color, dude, I would be so much color.
Yeah.
Like I like that color, but I was like, I can't get color. I had to go black and white.
Yeah.
That's my next question to you. What style of tattoo do you consider yourself as?
So right now I'm still kind of like finding my style. Like I honestly do everything. Like whatever people hit me up for, like I'm down for it, you know, as long as it's like I've kind of strayed away from portraits like the entire time, obviously, because I'm still new. And, like, that's the hardest thing to do, you know. But I did my first portrait the other day. I thought it came out sick.
The Jesus?
Yeah.
That came out clean. Yeah, that came out clean.
That was my first portrait. I was a little nervous, but I think it came out clean. I think it was the right time for me to start doing them. But that's like the only thing I stray away from. Other than that, like I'm pretty open to everything. But my favorite tattoos, I would tell people, was like American traditional and girly tattoos. So like moths, butterflies, flowers, things like that. I love doing that. Anything like nature related, you know.
So I think like if I was tattoo artist, I would have to go black and gray, because I love like how like it comes out. Yeah. Especially like, and I'm not being racist or anything, but in my skin color and other people's skin color, like I think it looks so badass. Yeah. Like, and even on white people's skin. Are you white?
I'm Mexican, Nicaraguan, and German.
Okay, Nicaraguan. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Nicaraguan. How you got German in there? Is your pops German?
So my mom just met her dad and found out that like he's German.
Oh shit.
And then my dad's dad is German, so I'm like 50% German, and then the other 25 is like Nicaraguan, Mexican, and then there's like a bunch of little things in there. Like I got like 3% Japanese.
Did you do the 23andMe?
No, my mom did it though.
Oh, okay.
And that's how she found out, because her dad thought he was Irish and French.
Yeah.
And turns out he was German. So.
Oh shit. Okay. But yeah, so like, I don't know. I think I will consider myself black and gray because I think I like it. Yeah. But you said American tradition. Is it a classic? What's the difference between classic American and American tradition? Is it the same thing?
No, American traditional.
It's the same thing, right?
Classic, like American traditional.
Okay,
yeah.
I think that's cool. I think I like it, but I don't like it. Like it's like a mixed feeling. Yeah. And then new school. I like new school, but then I was like, I don't know, like the way like if they make like a character, like it's just like I don't know, like. Yeah,
new school to me is kind of like, they come out cool, but like I would personally never get a new school tattoo, because like I'm just not really like with like the whole cartoony sort of big eye.
I think it looks more like a graffiti type of thing. What is stick and poke? Yeah, what is that?
Stick and poke is,
cause before you came, I was like, let me see, because I knew it was just American tradition, black and gray, portrait, biomechanic, that's it, black and gray, I said that. What else did I write down? Japanese.
Yeah. I love Japanese.
And new school. That's because like I watch Ink Master.
Yeah.
But when I was like looking it up, I was like, the fuck is stick and poke? Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, stick and poke is like...
You just stick and poke?
Yeah, so basically, like, people will get needles, and then they'll literally just make a line by poking over and over and over until they get their lines, you know? But that's honestly, like, to me, stick and poke, like, has either two sides. It's either really professional, and then there's some amazing artists who can do single needle stick and pokes, like, professionally in a shop, and, like, it can actually be super legit. Like, there's this one artist, I totally forget her name, but, like, she does amazing work with just single needle stick and poke, and I'm sure that shit takes forever. Yeah. Like, I don't know if you know the style, like, dot work, where it's, like, people just dots everywhere, and then it, like, you know, they make gradients with dots and stuff. I could never do it. The fucking patience it takes, I could never. But that lady, she's able to do stick and pokes, and I'm sure it takes her forever. And then you have the stick and poke where it's like the 15-year-old teenagers in the room who get a freaking sewing needle, and they're just like ink from a pen.
So
pen.
I did that.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I thought I was a game maker. So I tatted something right here. And I'm surprised I didn't get ink poison because I got just regular ink from the pen.
From a pen.
So I got a needle and then I just dip it in and I was just boom, 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 just hitting it.
Yeah.
It stayed there for like at least like, I said like 2 months.
Yeah.
And then after that it went away. And then the other day I was trying to look for it because I even went far to like what is it called? I guess I scraped myself. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what the fuck was I doing when I was younger? Like, just dumbass little kid in the room just trying to be fucking dumb. I did it here, and then I put a girl's name on my finger, and I'm like, that's the one I carved. Like, I carved it in my skin.
Yeah.
And then I was like, why did I do that? It's like, I was like, dumb. Like, the girl didn't even know I liked her. I just put her name in there, like,
yeah. There was a lot of times when I was younger where I was, like, tempted to, like, give myself a stick and poke, but, like, I was so into tattooing, and then, like, even at one point in high school, like, I made a GoFundMe so I can save up to get a real tattoo machine because I was, like, I was so into it. And then, like, shout out to my homegirl Emmeline. She donated to that GoFundMe.
Shout out to you. I'm trying to go GoFundMe if you want to, you know. I'm trying to get a tattoo, so, you know.
Yeah, but she's came to get tatted by me so many times. And, like, when I guest spotted at my first shop in LA, she came all the way to LA just to see me guest spot. That
was last week, right? Or what was going on last week?
Last week I was at a tattoo convention.
Oh, okay.
That was a lot of fun. That was really fun.
I always want to go to like a tattoo expo.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go to that, but every time like I'm like, all right, my uncle's like really like he's been on tattoo expos a bunch of times. Mm-hmm. And then we were in Vegas, and he's like, hey bro, like they have a tattoo expo this week. I was like, for sure. We got so drunk, we forgot all about the fucking tattoo. We bought tickets to it.
Yeah.
And we forgot all about it. Because we got up, and then he was like, yeah, we're going to go. So we're like, hell yeah. Then we went and bought some drinks. So like, all right, we're going to pregame it. We never made it out the house. So we're like, fuck. And the next day, like, we couldn't go because it was like, we had a little family get together, and then we're like, okay, we can't go now.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck it. But I always, like, every time I see the posters out here, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to go. Never make it.
Yeah, there's one happening next month in Pasadena. It's like the Golden State Expo.
Okay.
Thinking about going to that one. I'm waiting on my friend to get back to me because we might split a booth. But
okay. Do you pay for that? You have to pay for the booth?
Yeah.
Okay.
My last booth, it was as much as my rent. Like it was a lot.
Do you charge for the tattoo or like?
Yeah. When I go over there, like. There's either two ways you can do it. You can set up clients ahead of time, and then they'll come to the expo and get tattooed there, and that's really just to kind of show off like your skill set and stuff and just network. And then there's also a lot of people that'll come to get tattooed, and they'll just walk around. And then I ended up taking like one walk in, and then I had one appointment for each day, and they were all pretty big, so like I had something to do during the whole time. Yeah, you know. And then the leftover time I was just spent networking.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're talking about tattoo artists. Who's a tattoo artist that? My community is like dead looking at me like, when the fuck you gonna feed me? But who's a tattoo artist that you want to work with? That I want to like, or you want to like, you know, and say like, you know, mess with his brain or her brain to be like, oh, give me some.
Shit, there's so many. I got to work with like somebody that I look up to. His name was Ray Reezy on Instagram. That's like my friggin' day one homie. He's what put me on game. Mm-hmm. That was really cool, but I'd love to like get into like Big Sleep's head. Like he's like a total lettering head, and like I'm not really that great at script and everything, but at one point I was really into it, and like I look up to him, and I actually got interviewed by his peoples at the convention. So that was like that was a really dope experience. Tattoo Baby, she's just big and she's up there, and like I just kind of want to see her view like on the business side of things, you know, because it's a lot to keep up with, like the business side of tattooing, like only like 30% of being a tattoo artist is tattooing, like the other 70% is like dealing with stupid people, dealing with like, you know, booking. Like people think it's just like, you know, you spend 6 hours a day tattooing and that's it. It's like it's a really 24-hour job, you know. It's like booking people, and then now I'm trying to like get myself into different events like conventions. I mean, 'cause you want to put your name out there to like let people know like, oh, I'm here, you know what I'm saying?
I want to, what tattoo artist you want to get tatted by?
Oh shit, Big Sleeves for sure.
Okay.
I want him to bless me with the CS, but that's further out.
Okay.
Like, I can't get blessed with that yet.
I want to get I grew up with Samoans, right? So like I got a sleeve here, well not sleeve but a half sleeve you could say. I want to bring it down, but my wife said no, but I'm still gonna do it.
Ooh, Chris Garver in New York. I'd love to get tattooed by him.
Okay.
Or Jen in Tattoo City. Jen Lee in Tattoo City. She's in San Francisco.
Okay.
She was Ed Hardy's last apprentice.
Oh, shit.
I actually got in contact with her, and I kind of want to go back there in November to try to get tattooed by her, but I'm not really sure. Depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to get tattooed by this guy his name is Lala. I can't say his last name, but he's a Samoan artist from Utah, and I want to get tattooed by him. I want to, yeah. I'll show you his page, but he's like, I don't know. I love he's like, first of all, I love his personality. Like, I don't know if you ever been around Samoans, but Samoans are one of the funniest fucking people in the world. Like they joke around 24/7. Yeah, you might think that these big ass motherfuckers are mean and fucking will kill you in one, but they're a puppy dog. Like when you get to know them, and I grew up with them, so I'm an islander, so but I'm from the Caribbean, so I'm, you know, they're from the South Pacific, but we have the same kind of lifestyle, like, you know, family. We're big in family. We bring people in our circle and we take care of them. So like my next door neighbor was Samoan, so like my mom would leave for work or something, but this is him right here, and he does like big sleeves, like it's
That's dope.
Yeah,
he's got some clean work.
So I want to get tattooed by him. Like if my tattoo artist can't finish my back piece, I would love for him to finish it for me.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he's pretty expensive. So like I'm like fuck. Like I have 2 Frenchies, so hopefully they have babies at the end of October. Yeah. So hopefully I can tell my wife, can I take some of that money to get tatted? But you know, like I don't know, like, because we're gonna have a baby too at the same time, so I'm pretty sure that money can help us out with the baby. Yeah. But I'm like, can I just, you know, get like at least 5,000 out of the baby, so, and then fly to Utah and get tatted.
Yeah, that would be dope.
But I think I found my tattoo artist right here, because so like I told you before, is I want to get my leg sleeve going. Like I want to finish it, and I started already, but I want everything in my leg to be like something. All my tattoos got meaning, except for I guess you could say this one. Yeah, doesn't really have. It does have a meaning, but it doesn't. It's like a dumb tattoo. So my favorite artist, his name is Arcangel. He's a reggaeton artist. That's because that's all I listen to. But he has Arcángel Maravilla right here. So I wasn't gonna get that because, like, why would I get his name tatted on me? That's kind of fruitcakey, like, you know. So I was like, man, I'm telling my wife, like, I really like the way that he has it right here. So then she was like, well, get your IG name. I'm like, oh shit, but I was like, that's kind of weird though, like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, nah, fuck it, like, I mean, so I was all right, fuck it. So I went and I got it. I mean, the tattoo been holding up pretty good. It's been like almost 10 years.
No way.
Nah. I'm gonna say 8 years.
Yeah.
The only thing that faded was up here, and that's pretty much it. But he went in deep. That shit pretty hurt. That kind of hurt.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, it stayed.
It stayed. Yeah. So that's the. But every other tattoo that's on me, it has a meaning to me. So like I said, like I got a scorpion right here.
Yeah.
But now that I'm fat, like I can't show it off because I got a beer belly now. Before I was like cutting weight for my fights and shit. So I had so it looked pretty good. But now it doesn't. You only see the tail now. So but all my tattoo, I got that because I'm a Scorpio. My birthday's in November, so I was like, I'll get that. I didn't know what to get, but the guy was already here, so I was like, my mom called me. I was at a basketball game actually. I left my wife to go get a tattoo. I said, I'll be back. I'm going to get a tattoo. Took off. I ran from, because I used to go to school down here. I ran from that school all the way over here, and I was like, Mom, I'm here. And all right, cool.
Yeah.
But all my tattoos have meaning, and that's what I want to get my. What's your favorite tattoo that you have?
Fuck, that's hard.
What does the ones that are right here say?
The ones that are right here, it says my sister's name and then my mom's name.
Oh, okay.
But I would say probably my favorite. Can I like?
Yeah. Okay.
This one was done.
Oh, that's clean.
By Chris Weiner.
I'm talking about your shoes. That's fucking no, but no, that's clean. That is clean.
I don't know
if you want to see her tattoos on TikTok, I seen that. She has a tattoo tour, so go check it out. Yeah. But that is clean though. Yeah. Your shoes are clean too, by the way. I'm a sneakerhead now.
My mentor got these for me.
Oh, shout out to the mentor. I want some shoes too. No, but no, that's clean. Like I want to get, because that's a American classic, right? Or
American tradition.
Yeah, American tradition, traditional. I want to get that, but then I was like, I don't know, because I feel like that's like more like, I feel like it's more for the people in the Army, Marine. Because my cousin's in the Marines. Yeah. And that's all he's getting tatted right now. Yeah.
Does he have a pig and a rooster on his feet?
I'm not sure. Okay, I know
Is he in the Army?
He's in the Marines.
Marines. Oh, sorry.
Is he in the Marines? I'm not sure. Sorry if Melvin, I'm sorry if I don't know what branch you are. I really don't pay attention. But
I don't know why I was thinking Navy for a second.
Well, he might be Navy. I'm not sure. No, he's not on the boat. No. He's a Marine. Yeah. I think he's a Marines.
Marines are badass.
I think he's not a badass, but nah, just fucking with you, bro. I think he's in the Marines, but he's getting all that done. Okay. And he I'll be hitting him up so I got my mom's name tatted on my ribs. So I was like, he was like, oh, I'm gonna get that. And I was like, don't copy me, nigga. But I copied my boy Jaime, one of my best friends. He has his mom's name on his ribs. So I was like, that is sick. And his philosophy is they say the ribs are the more painful spot to get tatted, right? Yeah. And my mom went through a lot of pain to have me and raise me. Well, I can't go an hour or 2 hours in pain. I was like, man, that makes sense.
You know what? Getting these, I'm not even gonna lie. They were intense. I mean,
that's what I was gonna ask you next. What is the worst? Not the worst pain that you have for tattoos.
The most painful.
Yeah, the most painful one or spot.
That spot for sure. And then I would definitely say my peenie hurt pretty bad. My side piece. I thought you said something else. I was like, wait, what? My side piece that one hurt. That one hurt.
Okay.
But just because it took so fucking long, and it's American tradition, it's got a lot of color packing, thick bold lines with a coil, and a heavy-handed artist.
The Simone artist, freaking Crims, his hand is so, because he's a big ass Simone dude. Yeah. His hand, when he was doing my back, I felt like the tattoo gun was coming out my chest, because he was pressing, and I was like, oh my god, what the hell. But he's like, oh, that's how the ink is gonna stay longer. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Just don't press it so hard. Yeah. But he was he's a good artist. If you ever, I think his name is Cream's Naked Tattoos or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't know what's his name, but whatever. But I think for me it's my back piece. Yeah. I think that was the way no, never mind. I'm gonna have to say this one.
Ooh, yeah.
This piece right here. This piece, I was already tapping out because when he hit me up here, I was like, nah, dude, I'm done. Because this shit was just 6 hours, like just go like straight.
Yeah.
He took a smoke break and he came back.
Yeah.
But in here, like I was like, I blame my wife for this because he goes, you want to go the inside? I said, no, I'm good. I come back another day. My wife's like, oh, you're already here. Why not get it? I can't be a bitch now. So I was like, sure, let's do it. And I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm like, in my head, I was like, dude, like, he kept saying, oh, 2 lines. And I'm like, those 2 lines took like 3 hours. I'm like, dude, like, you said 3 lines already. Where you at?
Oh, shit. You know what? No, I lied. I take everything back. My most painful tattoo was my ribs.
You think so? I got what you got on your ribs?
I have my first tattoo machine. So.
Okay.
Yeah. That was.
Okay. Well, see, I got my mom's.
Oh shit.
So
yeah.
I don't think it was painful.
Oh my god, it was literally I would have tapped out if there wasn't like people around me and shit. Like my ex was right there and he was my boyfriend at the time and I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like.
I didn't cause he hit me and I'm like, all right, I could take this. It was just more like a weird pain, like not weird. It's a weird feeling because like it would make me jump. Like it made me jump. Like every time he hit me, I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. But it didn't hurt. Like it wasn't a pain that I mean. Maybe because I didn't get no shading because you got shading in there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why because mine's is just you could say like I don't know what to call it.
You know what? I actually prefer shading over outline. Like outline, like can't do it. Like that's the most painful part for me. Like when we got to the shading right here, it was cake. It was cake. But the outline, like,
I think because the outline is because it's not staying in one spot. You keep going, right? So you like new paint and new fucking spot. I'm like, fuck. But yeah, no, this one was the worst. Like, cause I was like, I'm already tapping out. Cause when he like how you said it up here, I was already like, fuck, like dude, like he's like, yeah, after this I'll take a smoke break, and I'm like, okay, you know. But I was already like, no, I'm done. So when he took a smoke break, I was like, man, it looks clean. But I was like,
really thinking
fuck,
about
like
it.
yeah, I was like, damn. So then when he said you want to go to the inside, I could go another 2 hours, and I'm like, no. And my wife's like, no, you're already here. Why fucking not? I said, fuck. I was like, yeah, for sure, let's hit it. And then a lot of people say that, like on your foot, like around like where I got my penis tattooed on, but it didn't hurt like at all, or my ankle because I got an ankle tattoo, and I was like, that didn't hurt at all either.
The ankle, like for me, it was a different type of pain. It like burned. I don't know. For me, I'm a bitch. Like I can't even handle pain like that. These were probably my least painful, and even then towards the end, I was like, fuck. But to be fair, he didn't use a liner on any of it. It was just
all shading.
It's literally he just used a mag.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is like a mag. So this is what a liner looks like. So you just have.
That's crazy how the tattoo guns now are different. Before, like you just put a cartilage I can't fucking. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And before it was like, oh, let me get the needle and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like.
Yeah, these are the mags. Like he just used a mag for this, and I was shocked. Even like he got the little lines in there with the mag. And, you know, he killed it.
Yeah, they look nice. I really like I really like that because I want to get a scripture. Like when my whole back piece is done, I want to get a scripture from where because my back piece is going to go all the way up to like here.
Oh, okay.
And then come down and wrap around to my chest piece. Yeah. So I around my chest, like around like my neck, I want a scripture. Yeah. So but I think where we at? All right, let me take another break. All right, so we back. So we were talking about like painful spots for. Have you had a guy or a customer that like just tapped out like and just said I'm done, like I don't want to do this no more?
No, I was able to convince. You know what? Yeah. At the convention, my cousin, he. Oh,
man, what the? Come on, son. You can't be tapping out on your cousin.
I know. And it was like, I've tatted him quite a few times before that. Even like the back of his calf, which is a little more sensitive than the side. But he got this, like it was like I don't want to say it wrong. It was like a mask, like a Japanese style mask.
Oh, okay.
With like peony flower leaves coming out the side. And it was supposed to be full color, full shading, full outline, whatever. And so we get through the outline, and then I'm like, okay, let me spray you with some Bactine. Bactine has like 4% lidocaine in it, which is like
I was gonna ask you, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, Bactine. It's like a spray, and it basically helps with the swelling, the redness, and then it'll numb you a little bit too. So, like, numbing cream has like 5% lidocaine, and Bactine has like 4.
Oh, okay.
So, I was like, all right, let's spray you and then wrap you up, and then I want to take you over to Big Sleep's booth so I can like show them what I did with their new ink, because they have this new ink that they came out with, but it has no name. It's not even on the market yet. They're not selling it.
They came out with it?
Yeah. So I literally, like, if you spent over $25 at their booth, then you could get like a free sample of it.
Oh, okay.
So I got like a 1 ounce of it, and I decided to use it that day. And then I came back to the booth and I showed the guy who sold it to me. I was like, oh, here's the piece I did with like your guys' new ink.
Yeah.
And he showed Big Sleeps, and he was like, he wanted to, like, he told me to come around, and he looked at the piece, and he was like, that shit's clean as hell. Like, how long, like, where do you tattoo at? And I'm like, oh, I'm in a little private studio in Pomona. Like, I'm only 9 months in right now, but, you know, this is what I came up with. And he was so proud. He looked at me. He was like, that shit's clean as hell. Like, keep doing your shit. Like, and he gave me a little fist pump. And then he had his photographer come and, like, take a couple shots of me and videos of me doing the tattoo.
Nice.
So my cousin, like, he was already done at that point. I could tell. But I was like, bro, you got to sit through at least 5-10 minutes of shading. Like, I want this interview.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just bitch out, because I'll really tattoo myself right now, like, if you don't do it.
Yeah.
And so he sat through like another 5-10 minutes of shading, and then after that he was like, I'm done, like, I can't do it anymore. And I was like, fuck, like, at the convention. And so I was like sitting there for hours and nothing to do, and luckily I had somebody walk up and they got like a little snake or something.
Oh, okay. Have you tattooed yourself?
Yeah, I did these on my knees.
Oh, okay.
And then I did that angel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How do you do that?
Upside down.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What is your biggest piece?
My penis.
The size?
My hip. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's probably like that big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not.
So how many tattoos you have in total?
Oh fuck! Like, play the music, like do.
I don't have that, but I have this. I'm gonna freestyle real fast.
Okay.
No, I can't freestyle.
Like 22.
22, damn.
Yeah, something like that. Oh yeah, shit, 23.
20.
I forgot.
Yeah,
You heard about one?
Yeah, that one.
No, not that one.
Oh.
I counted that one.
Okay. I think I have 9, but they're all like big pieces. Like,
Yeah.
my chest piece, my back piece. My back piece is not fully done. I just have the outline right now. Mm-hmm. But I usually get a tattoo on my birthday. Like, every time, like, my mom's, what do you want for your birthday? Just give me money for a tattoo.
Yep.
But the last 3 years, I've been going up to Big Bear. We rent a cabin up there. We just, we drink, we smoke. But this year, because I think my daughter will be born around like November 1st or the end of October, I don't think we're going to go up there. So I'm like, give me that money.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to hit you up. I'm like, hey, I need well, I'll probably hit you up before that.
Yeah.
Because I really want to like get my leg started.
Yeah.
But yes, I want to get that started. But I got 9. I think I got 9 because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Think 9, 10. Wait, 1. Hold on. Damn. Do you hear that little motherfucker? He's really good, man. Well, yeah, those are my dogs right there.
They're cute.
If you guys want a fucking Frenchie, let me know because I'm gonna have them on deck. I'm gonna have a kid and puppies.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Damn.
I didn't want that to happen, but it happened. We should have gave him some fucking CBD oil. That's what happened last time. We gave him some CBD oil and he didn't do shit. But so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 tattoos. But they're like, I consider it pretty big. So
yeah. Mine are all like they're not that big, like no bigger than like palm size.
Yeah.
Except for like my calf and then my pinky.
So what's like what do you want to do? Like, you want to open your own shop, or do you just want to?
Yeah, that would be the plan. Like, eventually, like, open my own shop. But I'd really love to be, like, a traveling tattoo artist.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's this, like, bus that was converted into, like, this mini tattoo shop.
Yeah.
There's this guy that I seen on Whittier Boulevard, and he literally just had like a bunch of sick art like on the outside of it, and then inside he had like a tattoo chair, and it was like Louis Vuitton. He had like a Louis Vuitton arm stand, and he basically just travels in like tattoos. And I'd love to like travel the coast and just like tattoo different people and different cultures. And
that's crazy because I was coming out of work, like I think it was the last week. I'm driving, I see this guy with a tattoo van.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And like literally is when me and you were talking back and forth, like, okay, let's, you know, like this is the plan. And I'm like, oh shit, like I was like, that's pretty cool. And there was like a, you know, those buses that take like the, I want to say it was like the senior citizens, and it has like the little thing that to bring them down with.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, this fool's smart, and he had it all wrapped up with all his work and like the nut. So I'm like, oh man, like that's pretty smart, like, you know what I'm saying? Because he's just driving, and you know, I was gonna take the number, but like, hey, come to my house, and how do you like for a house call, like say like or tattoo party, what do you charge for that?
So the way my tattoo parties work is like I don't offer it to everybody. It's usually just like my returning clients, you know, people that like I feel comfortable with. And then I'll tell them like, hey, look, like as long as I make like 500 like for the night, you know, just bring a couple people over. I'll bring my entire setup. I bring the printer, the bed, all the supplies. Like it's a lot of work that goes into them, but it's worth it. Like it ends up being like a lot of fun, and except for like getting bit by dogs. I got bit by dogs like at 2 different tattoo parties. And it's always the like
did they like fucking shake, or it was just like just a little
one of them like bit me, and then the other one like he got me pretty good. Like I literally had like a bruise on my thigh like for like a week, and I was like, you need to put your dogs away or I'm packing all my shit right now. Like
yeah, no, my dogs won't bite you. They always just jump on you. But
and I don't mind. Like I'm such an animal person. Like I really don't have a thing against like any type of dog.
You're the first person that comes in here and actually goes, "Can I hold your lizards?" Everybody that come in here be like, "Don't bring them out." Like cause my bearded dragon, I always let her out. Like usually, like when nobody's here, like when I go to work, I open the doors and she gets out, and like she's just walking around the whole fucking room. Aww. When I get home, I put her back in the cage. Yeah. I didn't do that today because I was like, I have to clean because it was a mess in here. Yeah. Like I told my boys on Thursday, I said, dude, like I don't have time to clean, so it might stink. I have a bunch of shit. Like I have all these freaking things that I was doing. So, but today I was like, no, I have to get up. That good thing that you said, hey, I'm gonna be a little late because I was like, fuck. Like I'm like, when you called me, I was washing, so I was like, fuck. Like she's already here. I was like, fuck. I was like, guys, and when you said, oh, I'm gonna be kind of like, you know, can I be a little late? I was like, fuck, thank God, because I was like, I could take a quick shower, get my hair braided. And then clean the room a little. Like, well, I cleaned the room in the morning because I finished editing the last podcast, and I was like, oh, good thing she's coming a little later because I was like, oh man, because I was like stressing because like I went to the store because I had to buy more food for them, and I'm like, fuck, like I'm running around all morning. So I'm like, when you called me, I was like, please don't tell me you're already here, please.
Yeah, my client, like I had an appointment at noon, and then you know, I got there, and then he was like, oh yeah, I want to put it right here, like in this gap in my leg, and then it ended up being a lot bigger than I had originally thought, and so I was like, oh okay, shit, so we're gonna be here for a minute.
Do you take like a day off, like that you don't tattoo, or you just 24/7?
I haven't had a day off in like a month. Yesterday was like my first day off in a month, but other than that, like it's every day, like every day. Like, do you want that, or you just like fuck it? Like I'm gonna do my grind. Like, I'm gonna just keep doing it. Right now, it's about like hustling, grinding. Like, you know, the amount of work that goes into it. It's a lot, but it's like I just know that it's gonna pay off. You know, and it's like my passion. Like I love to do it, but also it's like everybody needs like their days off. You know, their mental health days and like their days to do their own things. So. Yesterday I had a day off, and I just went shopping, and I didn't have anything that I needed to get. I just walked around the mall for a little bit and did my thing, and then pretty much like every weekend like I'm booked, but like I'll try to like before the tattoo convention and like before all of that, like I would try to take Saturdays off, and then like most of Friday, like I'll try to just book like
one appointment
on Friday. Yeah. So I try to give myself little breaks, but then you know how it goes. Like people hit me up last minute. Oh, can I get a tattoo? And I'm like, well, fuck it, yeah. Like, you know, like.
Do you charge by the hour or by the piece?
By the piece.
By the piece. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, it's just me. I hate when motherfuckers be like, "Oh, I charge by the hour." It's like, come on, dude. Like,
yeah.
$100 for like a, you know. But I mean,
no, yeah.
No, I totally understand. But I was like, come on, man. Like, I'm trying to like. But the reason why I tell you a house party, because I have my girlfriend's my girlfriend's sister, my sister-in-law, she's thinking about getting a tattoo. Then my mom, you could say I call her my second mom, my mom's girlfriend. She wants to get a tattoo, and I might have other friends that wants to get tatted. And crazy thing is, you're gonna be the first girl that tattoos me.
Yeah.
Cause like when I was getting tatted right here, it was a dude, and I feel so weird. I was like, dude, like you like, I'm like this, and then he was like, oh, you have to go lower. I said, what, bro, like you gonna see my piece, and he goes, fucking just go lower. I was like, man, so I'm like going like this, and I was like, fuck, and I feel so uncomfortable, and I'm like, man, and I'm saying like I feel uncomfortable because, and then I don't know how it works, but couple like in the beginning of the year, I went to Vegas with my brother-in-law for his birthday, and I got a massage. Never got a massage before, and I got it. And I'm thinking, I'm like, I'm getting a girl, like, and it's not like I'm trying to get a girl feeling up on me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But having a guy feeling on me was kind of weird, and I'm like, and I tell my girls like, is it normal? I thought it would be like a opposite, like you get a girl, you get a guy, and I get a girl.
Yeah.
I said no, and I'm like, really? He's like, why? She went, girls, she went, why, you want a girl to touch you? I said, no, it's just, a dude touching you kind of feel weird. Yeah. So when I was getting tattooed right here, he had his hand like literally by my piece, and I'm like, dude, you touching my shit. Like, I was like, and I was young at the time, so I'm like, oh, I'm trying to show him that I'm a man. I said, dude, like, you touching it, like. And he was like, so what, man? And I'm like, you touching it, like, you really like going like this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then he was like, nah, like, you good. And I'm like, fuck. So I'm looking at my mom like, man, I was like, but every time I go to like a tattoo shop, there's no girls.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
it's a very like male dominated like profession.
Yeah.
That's why it's like it's been super exciting for me, like, but at the same time, like the convention kind of made me step back and like realize like, damn, like being a woman in this industry, like you don't get taken as seriously as males, a lot of times. I feel like once people see my work, then they're like, oh shit, But I feel like other than that, like when we had people walking past the booth, nobody came and stopped and talked to me. But then the guy sitting next to me at the booth, like constantly people coming and talking to him, and it's like it just kind of made me realize like, wow, like so on my part, I think where I kind of messed up is like I didn't put my portfolio out. But then again, I mean, neither did a lot of artists, like they had their cards and they had like maybe a couple pictures. But I think next time I'm for sure gonna come with like a portfolio so people can like. And see what I mean,
it's the same thing what I say about like TikTok, because right now I'm at 22,000 followers, but I'm saying like, if I was a girl, and I was shaking my ass, I'll get more. Yeah. Right. So it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? But I said that you could say the history of tattooing. You never really see girls, because you could say like the girls start tattooing not too long ago. Like they were kind of accepted to the culture of tattooing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you could say Kat was one of the first females out there that was like really tattooing. I'd
love to get tattooed by her.
Me too. I would love to get tattooed with anybody from Ink what was it called? Miami Ink. Mm-hmm. I would like Chris Nunez. I would love to get tattooed by Chris Nunez. Yeah. Like, he's Cuban, so I'm Cuban, and I would love for him to get like. I mean, I'm not really into Japanese, and that's what he's big on Japanese. Yeah. But I will. What was I can't remember his name, but his Oliver. I think you said his name earlier. Kat's ex-boyfriend, you could say. The guy with the mustache. He's on.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, well, him. I would love to get tatted by him. You know what they told me that I look like the dude, the host from Ink Master.
Really?
I was in the plane and he was like, you know who you look like? And I was like, who? Was like the guy from the Hot Chili Peppers. I was like, I don't know who the fuck that is. And he's like, you know, the guy from Ink Master. And I was like, I do not look like that nigga. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, no.
I was like, and I looked at my girl. I was like, do I look like him? She was like, kinda. I was like, man, fuck you. I was like, what the? And I'm like, and every time I watched the Ink Master, I was like, so you telling me I look like this dude?
Yeah.
She's like, well, not really. And I'm like, well, yeah, not really, because I don't.
Yeah.
But I would love to get tatted. Like, I think that that Samoan artist, and then Chris Nunez was one of my, like, I will like when I get bread, when this goes big, when I blow up here, and I start getting good money.
Yeah.
Like, for sure, like I want to get like at least a little piece from him. Like, I think he's
tried getting tatted by Kat. She's like, her books are closed. Like she's
she's booked, like, because
booked out.
I remember I follow her on Instagram, and I remember like she was like, oh, my books are open. So I was like, oh shit. I went in and like I'm telling you, like that post was not like up, not even an hour, and they got booked. And I'm like, man. Fuck. And I even went on Ink Master and try to be a canvas. Yeah. Cause I'll be open, like do whatever you want to do, like fuck it, like you know I want you to win. Do whatever you want to do, but make it look clean.
Right.
Like,
oh my god, like when clients on Ink Master, they're just like, well no, like I really want it here. I really want it here. Like and if the tattoo artist is telling you like that is not a good place to get it, it's for a reason. For a reason,
yeah. Like it's not like if you tell me right now, like, oh, you know, because guys, I'm getting tatted right after this. If you tell me, you know, your leg is not, you should get over here. Then I'm like, all right. And I'll ask you, like, why should I get it here? Yeah. And if you're like, oh, well, it's going to be better if you get a tattoo right here. And, but I think like that, the tattoo artist has like not the last saying, but like they know what they're talking about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they know what the best is for what's yeah, there you go. Damn, I need to stop drinking. I just poured another one too. But so you want to open your shop not right now because you want to travel. Yeah. Do you want to travel around the whole the whole United States, or just you want to make sure like California knows your name?
So actually, like just like thinking about it, like probably I think the shop would come first and then the traveling after, just because I figure like if I get a shop, then I can still like kind of have like an at-home life, and then like you know, my family, like I want to have a family obviously like one day soon. But
that's what I said, like fucking
it's hard if you're like traveling
6 years ago, and I'm barely getting a family now.
Yeah.
I've been with my wife for 12 years, so I was like, finally she said, yeah, let's make it happen. Yeah. So I have so much plans of getting tattooed, something about my daughter. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell my wife I want to do this and I want to do that, and then like, so I listened to a lot of podcasts. Yeah. And then one of the podcasts was like, the guy was like, oh, they're talking about tattoos, and the guy was like, oh, you a scumbag because you got like, it's not original. Yeah. And then he was like, what do you mean it's not original? Because he wants to get his daughter's name tattooed on, right? Mm-hmm. So what do you mean that's not original? That's my daughter's name. That's original. And he's like, no, get something like that's original to you. And I was like, well, I'm taking to myself like, shit, like my travel, you can say it's not original because people already have it. You know what I'm saying? Like the jiu-jitsu belt that I got tatted is not original. So I'm like that's not.
And that's the thing. Like a lot of people say like to get unique original things, and it's like I'm totally with that, you know, and it's like I totally understand that, and at the same time, like I mean, I think that's where like the tattoo artist comes in and like makes everything their own style. At the end of the day, I could draw a death moth right now, and like there's a million death moths out there, and I'm pretty sure the one that I'm gonna draw up off the top of my head is out there somewhere. There's like, it's really hard to come out with really unique
original tattoos,
shit, you know, and it's like everything is already out there, you know, like everything's already been thought of. So it's like the best you can do to make things original is to just go by your own style, figure out your own techniques that work for you.
And I think like you said it earlier in the podcast is what actually like what got you into tattooing, and like knowing that your artwork is on somebody's body. Yeah. And I always thought about that. Like you like as a tattoo artist, you like then like I could go to England.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, where'd you get that? I said, oh, Trinity got me.
Yeah.
Oh, no, right here. And he's like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's really cool that, like, I feel so blessed and, like, humbled to be able to, like, know that, like, everybody that I've tattooed, like, has a piece of me with them all the time. Like, that, I just think that's so
do you, as a tattoo artist, do you think, like, do you ever think back on your like, your canvases, like, your customers? Like, you be like, oh, like, I wonder how that person's doing.
Like
how
they're doing or how the tattoos
no, but like do you have because now you could say you got a connection to them because your artwork is in their skin.
Yeah.
So like you never ever like think about it like, oh, how they doing? Like, oh, remember, like, you just I don't know, remember like, oh, the girl with the thing tattooed, like, oh, I wonder if she's where her baby daddy came out of jail, like, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I think about it, like, one client, like, she got a V on her butt for, like, it was, like, her boyfriend's initial, and I'm just, like, I wonder if they're still together, like, things like that. Like,
do you believe in when they get their, like, girlfriend or boyfriend tattooed?
It's a complete jinx. Don't ever do it.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't do it. That's why what I told you earlier. So I was like, everybody's like, yeah, do it. And I was like, but no, like.
Initials, they're okay. Names, no, it's a complete jinx. Everybody, like, the way I look at it, I'm just like, okay, like, how am I going to cover that up in, like, a year or two? Like, max. Like, how will this be covered up? Because it's, like, it's just a jinx, like, every time. You can't get somebody's name unless it's family. Like, that's just what I've learned, you know? And then, like, even just watching, I don't know if you know Inked Magazine. Like, they have a show on Snapchat, and just, like, all the artists that are, you watch it?
Yeah.
All the artists that are on there, like, they made a whole episode about that. Like, how do you feel about people getting their significant others' names tattooed?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. It's, like, it's so true what they're saying. They're like, oh, it's an investment for sure. Because it's, like, there was one lady that the guy was talking about, like, one of his clients who had gotten her husband's name. And she literally got it covered and redone, like, 10 times. He said literally, like, 10 times. And then the final time, she found out he had, like, a whole nother family and, like, a whole nother wife, whole nother kids, like, a bunch of things. And she was like, you need to cover this motherfucker's name up right now. Like,
fuck.
It's just crazy. Like, I'm just like, I'm telling you, the name.
Have you done any cover-ups?
Yeah, a couple.
Are they hard?
Yeah, they're shitty. I send all of my like, everybody that hits me for a cover-up, like, I send them to the owner of my studio, @ReadyTat on Instagram.
Shout out to you guys.
He's really, really good at cover-ups, but they're not my thing.
Yeah. Because every time I see, like, because they had a show on, I think it's Spike TV. I don't think there's Spike TV no more. It's, like, network, Premion, something. And they have, like, a cover-up show, and then, like, they will come up with some weird shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like, I know one of them, he goes...
Tattoo Redo?
I don't know what it was. I don't know the name of it.
Yeah.
But I know it was an episode. The dude was like, dude, I can't really do anything. All I could do is just put a black line around you.
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, do that because I don't want this.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. Like, and I'm thinking, do I want any tat? But if I do want something taken off of me, I think I would just laser it off.
Yeah.
Like
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, people that come to me with, like, really dark, saturated pieces and they ask for a cover-up, I'm like, if you really, really want me to cover it up, go get a couple rounds of laser removal, come back to me, like, 6 months after, and then we'll see what we can do. Because that's honestly the best option, because even... there's artists out there that specialize in cover-ups, and like, shout out to them, because, like, that's not me. But, like, if somebody wants me to cover something up, I just feel like it always just ends up too dark for me. Like, I don't like the way cover-ups look. You have to make it dark. I mean, you have to.
You have to.
Especially, like...
And it's always, to me, when I always see a cover-up, it's always a butterfly.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Every time I see one, it's always a fucking butterfly. I'm like... Why is it a butterfly? Like,
butterflies are like, I could see how that could be easy to cover shit up with, like, a butterfly, because I mean, most of it, even the empty spaces, like, they get shaded a little bit, and then, like, you put white in there, and, like, I've covered up a butterfly with a butterfly, like. Yeah,
I don't know why I always see that, and then, like, tattoos that I don't understand is just like a black fucking, a whole black thing.
Oh, yeah, blacking out.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, a lot of people will black out just to go reverse because you can actually tattoo white over black and then you have reverse sleeves.
Okay. Have you done a glow in the dark one?
UV?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done a couple UV.
I'm thinking about doing that. Like when my daughter comes out, I'm like, look, like playing with her, like, look, little, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I don't know, like, but we'll see.
I would just say that there's the UV ink that's like invisible, so like when it's
you don't see it,
yeah. So when it's under the black light, like you can see it. But I wouldn't recommend that one if you're gonna do it. If you're gonna do it, do like any of the other colors because I've heard and like from personal experience, like clients coming back and telling me like,
it's
the
gone.
ink didn't stay. Like, you know, even under the light, it didn't stay. So,
how do you feel about let me stop right there because we already up at that time.
It's cool.
We got like 8 more minutes and we're done. All right, so we back. So we're talking about cover ups and all that stuff, but just so we could close out, I checking out your page. Even my wife was like, "Oh, she's pretty good for 8 months." Like, 9 months. I was like, "Yeah, I said she's pretty good." Because I told her, I was like, "What do you?" Because they say happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
So I had to go through her, like, "Hey, what do you think if I get a tattoo when I'm getting doing the podcast or after the podcast?"
Yeah.
We would have done it on the podcast, but then I changed where I was gonna put it at. So we're gonna do it after, but you guys will see the footage probably in the beginning of the podcast. But so she was like, "Oh man, she's pretty good," and it's crazy. Like my wife only has one tattoo, and she always looks at the line work.
Yeah.
Like she always like for some reason, and I think it's because I be watching like Ink Master. They always talk about the line work.
Yeah.
So she goes in and she's like looking, and she's like, "Oh, the line work is pretty good." I was like, "Girl, like what you know about line work? You only got one tattoo." I fucked up. Like this, I think he's pretty good, but I actually fucked up my tattoo, right here, because I was like doing some hoodlum shit. And I was running away from somebody. Yeah. And I jumped over a fence and it got me. Like it scratched and it fucked my whole tattoo up. I didn't know that that could happen.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know so one of my homies, he just got he had his daughter's name tattooed. And I guess at night he just was going at it, just scratching it. And he messed the whole thing up.
That stresses me the fuck out. That's the number one no. Do not scratch your tattoo. I don't care if you gotta fucking wrap that shit with saran and just ignore it. Like you cannot scratch your tattoo. That's like the number one way to get an infection. Like
I was like, so when he came in like next day, I was like, what the fuck happened to the tattoo? He's like, bro, I fucked it up. And it looked just like this but bigger. Yeah. And I'm like, oh shit. And this is the question I was gonna ask you before we went on break. Is how do you feel about the wrap, the little, what is it called, the stickers or
Sanoderm? What? Sanoderm. It's like a second skin that stays on, creates like the ink sac. Yeah,
the ink sac. There you go.
You see. I don't typically use it. I actually used it today. Like a lot of times, like when clients want it, they'll bring it themselves and be like, "Oh, can you put Sanoderm on me?" And then in that case, I'm totally all for it. But there was like in the beginning of me tattooing, like maybe 2-3 months in, this girl came to get tattooed by me, and it was like right here. She was a skinny little thing, like skinny. So I had to be really careful, and I was just like, I'm gonna put Sanoderm on you, so that way like everything heals up nice. You're gonna leave it on there for like 3 days to even like a week, and literally the same night she ripped it off, and then she sent me a video the next day. It was all red and irritated, and I was like, girl, it's because you ripped your fucking skin open. Like it's an open wound, and when you rip, like imagine like ripping a sticker off of you, it's like that's meant to be a second skin. It's supposed to like keep it protected, and it's supposed to heal like in its own plasma and stuff from your blood and everything. And she ripped it off, and then like I've had a couple clients who like just rip off their Sanoderm, and I'm just like, well, you wonder why? Like it's irritated because you ripped your Sanoderm off. And so now I don't like to do it unless like people have already had it before, or bring their own. Yeah. But it's cool, like ink sac, whatever. Yeah. I haven't had it just because I think know to myself.
Me, I think it looks gross.
Yeah, it does.
Cause like when I see it on TikTok and they be playing with it, I'm like, that looks like you got burned.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that looks fucking gross. Yeah. I guess because I'm old school. Like, I'm 28 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm like like the guy just wrapped it on shrink wrap. You know, like if I was a pallet, they just fucking put me and like just I'll keep it on for like a couple hours and then, you know.
That's the way I do mine too. I mean, like, people say that Sanoderm is like a lot better like for the healing process. You know, you don't have to deal with like cleaning it all the time, putting ointment and everything, at least for like the first week or so. But I don't prefer it.
And is it true that you're only supposed to put ointment like the first couple of days? And then the rest is just like
I still put sometimes like if I'm putting Aquaphor like on a new tattoo or something, I'll just go over the rest of them. You know, it doesn't hurt to like, especially because we live in California, the sun is just so fucking harsh. Like, to keep your tattoos looking fresh and like, you know, just don't be afraid to like, if you're putting it on a new one, put it on the rest of them too. Fuck it, you know.
What that new I seen on TikTok, the cream that helps, I guess, your tattoos like shine. I don't know if you heard about it.
Yeah, I think I have, but I don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
but
I was like, I don't know, like if it works, cause like when I get out the shower or anything, or like, cause my wife uses Aquaphor for her feet.
Yeah.
Like cause you know, girls are crazy. They like want to moisturize everything, so she like put Aquaphor and she puts a sock over it so her feet moisturize. And I was like, man, fuck it. So I was like putting Aquaphor, and then my tattoo pops. I'm like, damn, that shit looks clean.
Yeah, Aquaphor is like, I always recommend Aquaphor, and then like a cheaper version, I would say like A&D. A&D is really, really good.
You know what? So A&D gives me like a bunch of bumps.
Oh, really?
Like, so when I got this tattoo, I put A&D, right? I had bumps all over it. So it looked like I got herpes or some shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, like I'm like trying to hide it, and everybody's like, what you got right there? Nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it looked ugly.
There could have been something in it that like maybe he went too deep.
No, but I think it's it's the A&D, because when I what else did I put it on? I want to say in my jiu-jitsu belt that I have in my ankle, and I got bumps, but it wasn't that much. Yeah. So something on the A&D, like I kind of think I'm allergic to it. But Aquaphor is like a house. Like I have my homegirl. Shout out to my cousin. She's my homegirl, but we say we're cousins. But shout out to Ambria. She's like, oh, she got tattooed. She's like, oh, use this, because me and her got a tattoo at the same time. Yeah. So she's like, oh, and I was like, all right, fuck it. So then since then, and then I went to this tattoo shop right across the street from my house, and they told me to Aquaphor is like the best thing to use.
Yeah, Aquaphor for sure, or Hustle Butter. I actually use that while I'm tattooing. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
no, you're good. You can bring it towards you if you want to lean back.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say Aquaphor or even like Hustle Butter.
What about just regular butter?
No. Definitely not. Definitely not. Hustle Butter is actually, you can buy it like at Ulta. For all my ladies out there, y'all know what Ulta is. You know, you go and whatever. They have Hustle Butter. It's really good for tattoo aftercare, and I even use it while I'm tattooing as a needle glide. Okay. It's pretty nice.
Okay.
And it smells good.
Oh shit! There you go. What's next for you before we end this? Like, what's your next step right now? Like, what's next for Trinity? Like, what's going on with you? Like, what's the next plan for you? Right. Because I feel like you're blown. I think you're like getting some cloud. You know what I'm saying? Because TikTok, that's where I found you, TikTok, right? Yeah. So I was like, all right, so let me check this girl out. Let me see what and I seen your tattoo. Then I seen that you post a video that the guy's like, oh, your shit sucks. Stop tattooing. I was like, what the fuck? Like, and then I went to check his page out. Like, nigga, you skating. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're hating. Like, you just a hater. Then I went to check your Instagram.
If you don't have haters, then you're not doing it right.
That's what I say, man. That's what I say. Like, if you and Pete, I said I told my homie, my boy, that we started the podcast together. I said, we don't have haters. And he goes like, what does that mean? We're not doing something wrong. We're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I said I want haters.
Yeah.
I want at least.
You're doing it right.
I said I want at least 2 like little thumbs down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then I finally got my thumbs down on one of my videos, so I'm fucking happy. And then like on TikTok, man, I get all these like, oh, you just doing, you know, you fuck, your hair's ugly, like you shouldn't, because I'm sorry for Lydia, I'm sorry, but on TikTok when I drop my hair, all these girls go crazy.
Yeah.
So like oh, your hair's ugly, like this and that. Like I'm like, bro, you just fucking hating, like. So I think I'm doing something right on TikTok, but whatever. But what's next for Trinity?
Right now me and my homie Reddy, the owner of my studio, we're trying to look into opening a shop right now. And so that'll be cool. So I get to kind of like co-own a shop, but I definitely still want to focus on like the artistic side of things and like focus on my technique. You know, I'm only 9 months in, so I feel like opening a shop right now, like independently, like is definitely not the move.
Yeah.
Like, I want really good experienced artists to be working in my shop. You know, I have like a vision and a goal of like what I want to represent in my shop, and I feel like only being like 9 months in, less than a year in, you know, I want to definitely get some more experience before I start doing all of that. But anyways, yeah, opening a shop up with the owner of my studio, and then getting into more conventions, doing more events, things like that. I've been in contact with a couple like TikTok influencers who want to get tattooed by me, so that's really
nice.
cool. Like this TikTok couple, like they post like couple videos and stuff. They want to get tatted, and then this other guy, he makes like skater videos, but like
he's not the hater
comedy,
dude.
no. like comedy skits and stuff, and he has like 500,000 people following him on TikTok.
Nice.
And so like I definitely want to do stuff like that, like just to promote my work and like get more of my stuff out.
Hell yeah. That's great. I mean, I definitely a good thing I found you, because I wanted to find a tattoo artist that is not just a tribal tattoo artist, because I mean I do want to get more like other stuff than tribal.
Yeah.
Even though like shout out to all my Samoan brothers out there, Talofa. But I want like my leg done. I want more stuff done. Like, you know, I want to get my other chest done, but I want to do like scriptures.
Yeah.
Cause I you know, I went through a rough situation with my wife. I got really in touch with God, so I think I want to get more like a lot of on this side of my chest piece. Like I mean on this side of my body, I want to get more like scriptures done. I really, like I told my wife, if I didn't have to work a 9-to-5 job, and then this is what I was focused on, I'll be tattooed everything. Yeah. Like my face, everything. Yeah. I think tattooing is something that you show who you really are. Like tattooing is like, this is who I am. Like if somebody sees you, they're like, okay, she has tattoos. I think tattooing right now is getting more recognized. And like back in the days, it was like, oh, you're a thug. Now it's like artwork. You know what I'm saying? Like now you have, you know, your body's tatted. Like in the Samoan culture or in the Polynesian culture, tattooing. I want to say, and I'm not, and don't quote me, but I want to say tattooing is it's called tata, I think it's called, but it's a Polynesian word. Yeah. That came from the Polynesian people, that it means tattooing, and that's to show like your culture, your family, and your ranking. Yeah. And that's where it came from. So tattooing now it's coming. I think it's being more accepting. It's like sex is being more accepted now, because it's like back in the days when I was younger, like you can't even talk about sex, like, and now everybody's doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with tattooing. Like a lot of people is getting tattooed. So I'm glad that I actually found you, because I was like, okay, I wanna get tattooed by somebody, but I don't know who. Like I don't. You know, you being 9 months in, and your skills are like, your line work is crazy. Thank you. your poster that you did, the Jesus Pro. I said, man, what the fuck? I want to get one now. You know what I'm saying? So like, I went to, when I was like talking to you, trying to see if you could try to come in, I was going through your page, and I was like, man, I really want to get tatted. Yeah. I was like, but you know, I have a kid coming on my way, so I was like, man, like, so I already had plans of getting my foot tatted, like I mean my leg sleeve. Yeah. So I said, I need to find an artist. I hit my boy up. He never gave me a pricing. So after this, we're gonna talk about business. Yeah. So I want to know how much you're gonna charge me for my whole leg sleeve, and so I'm glad that I found you. I'm glad that you came by. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. Oh man. So now at the end of the show, I like to have my guests sign my table. Do not let me make this clear. Do not sign on the letters, sign outside the letters. Yep. Shout out to fucking Rob, because I fucking said it right, and he started signing inside the letters. I might just have to erase that, and he's gonna have to come back. But you can sign right here, or you can sign behind you on that poster right there. Oh, okay. But wherever you want to sign.
All right, cool. Should I do it like while we're on here?
Yeah, you can do it. Okay. You know, I want to talk about where the hell. Oh shit, it's over there. But so I want to get sponsored. I don't know if you ever heard about Manscaped.
Should I do it right now?
Yeah, you can do it right now. But I don't know if you ever heard about Manscaped.
Manscaped. I don't think I.
So Manscaped is a clippers for your nuts or your thing. As a tattoo artist, you might use it. So
oh my god.
So I'm trying to get sponsored by them. I have one. I always tell this story. I used to, shave my, my private area, my nuts with the regular clippers, and I always used to cut myself. So shout out to my boy Danny. I used to have a scabby nuts. And I used to, like I told you before, I used to cut hair. So if you didn't pay, I used to cut my hair. I used to cut your hair with my nut clippers. So you would have like nut hair on your face and everything. So if you didn't pay and you just want to come and get a haircut by me, that's what you get. Shout out to my cousin Adrian. That's what you get when you don't get paid. But I'm trying to get sponsored by them because they have a product that doesn't cut you or anything, and I just realized it doesn't have to be guys, it could be girls. Shout out to my girl because she uses it, and I didn't even realize that she uses it until I fucking walked in and she was using it. I said, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's my clips, don't use those. But it comes up with this little box, this little bag, comes with like, it's called I call it after balls. So after you shave your balls, you spray that on. So and then they sent me it's over there. I don't know why I put it over there, but it's called crop mop. So say you with your dude or whatever. You have a dude, and you about to do what you gotta do, and you've been tattooing for like 6-7 hours. You've been sweating. That right there is a wipe for you, and you wipe and you clean. It's like me if I'm sitting here like doing podcasts at the podcasts, and my girl says, hey, you don't have time for me. It's time for you to do something, to put another baby in me or something. I use that and I'm like, all right, come on, let's go. But I'm trying to get sponsored by them. So if you want to take one of those wipes, you definitely can use it. So Manscaped, sponsor me. I'm trying to get sponsored. 805, sponsor me because this is my favorite. I seen that you got a sticker on your thing that says 805. 805 is one of my favorite beers. 805 doesn't get me bloated. I don't get a hangover.
Yep.
I get fucked up, but I don't get a hangover. But 805, sponsor me. But Trinity, I'm so glad that you came by.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh man, honestly. So you're part of the WOODZ. So anytime you want to come back, just hit me up, and just like, hey, let's talk again. Let's do another one. Yeah. You're more than welcome to come back. So now you're part of the WOODZ, and I say you're part of the WOODZ because I'm the OG of this fucking apartment. So one day I'm gonna own these apartments. Mm-hmm. So, and you can write that down. Anybody that's watching this, you can write that shit down. I'm gonna own these apartments one day. But you're part of the WOODZ now. You're part of you signed the table. You're part of the WOODZ. And I'm so glad. So where can they find you at, or where can they book an appointment for to get tattooed by Trinity Skriptz?
So you can hit me up on Instagram. It's Trinity_Skriptz. That's SKRIPTZ. And you should know how to spell Trinity already. If you don't, you don't. But everything will be on the description below. Follow her on Instagram, on TikTok. If you don't follow us, well, if you don't follow me on TikTok, it's ABQNPR. If you don't follow the podcast, it's AB with the In the WOODZ pod, but that's gonna change pretty soon. But if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's ABQNPR. You already know what it is. If you don't want, I guess if you don't want to listen, if you don't want to watch me, because you don't want to watch this. You can always listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. The link is in the bio. On the description below. But go ahead, tap in. I'm about to go get tattooed by Trinity right now. So, anything else you want to plug in? Anything that you want to say out there to the world? That's it. And Cap on D. I'll see you at the top.
Oh shit! You got Cat. You got a competition.
No, I want us to be besties.
No, hey, for real, I'm trying to get tattooed by you too, though. But now that we're talking about Cat, I really want to get tatted about you. I mean, I don't need something big. I'm just a happy face because I'm about to tat her right now. This is all good. If you guys want to see that, it's gonna be on our Instagram page. And then me getting tatted, well, you guys will see this in the beginning. So I don't know why you guys. I don't know what I'm saying. This drink is going down the hatch. So cheers to you. Hopefully everything goes plan how you want to go. Everything goes good as your shop, your travel tattoo, and I know you're gonna make it big out there because I see talent in you, and your work is crazy, man. If you guys want to get, look, I'm gonna hold a tattoo party. So if you guys wanna come by in the woods and get tattooed, but everybody that comes in, you have to get an in the woods tattoo. So that's it. That's all you guys get in. Not just fucking with you guys, but always, guys, stay blessed, be blessed, one love.